Long story short, I put punch through on weapons that are locked at 0 punch through because the explosion of the weapon will get the punch through. Or the radal attack explosion will still get the punch through. Here's a good example. This is the Kuvachakor. The weapon is locked at 0 punch through, but the mod Semi-Rifle Cannonade will give my weapon 1.5 punch through, or 1.5 meters of punch through. Now, the Kuvachakor is locked at 0 punch through because the projectile that it fires will not gain punch through. However, once the projectile hits an enemy, or once the projectile hits a wall, that projectile will explode, and the radal attack of the explosion will gain the punch through. What this means is that if an enemy is behind a wall, and that wall has less meters of thickness than my weapon has meters of punch through, then I can hit the enemy behind the wall, because the projectile that the Kuvachakor shoots out will not be able to punch through the wall. But once the projectile hits the wall or another enemy, there will be an explosion, and the radal attack of that explosion will be able to go through the wall and hit the other enemy. Because the radal attack of the explosion will gain the punch through. If that is confusing, I will give you another example. This is the Kuva Brahma. The only thing you need to know is that the Kuva Brahma shoots an arrow that will hit an enemy or a wall. Then that arrow will drop a bunch of grenades, and then those grenades will explode. So how punch through works on the Kuva Brahma is simple. The arrow that I shoot will not gain punch through. However, once the arrow hits an enemy, or once the arrow hits a wall, what will happen is the arrow will drop grenades, and then the grenades will explode. And the radal attack of the explosion coming from those grenades will gain the punch through that I have. And as long as the wall or the surface that the explosion is traveling through has less thickness than the meters of punch through I have equipped on the weapon, the explosion will hit the other side of the wall and all the enemies within the radius. Again, if it's confusing, I can upload the first video, which might have a better explanation, but it's 20 frames per second. However, what I can also do is this. As a matter of fact, before I even go to that damn mission, let me go ahead and take care of something real fast. Casting speed. Casting speed. Casting speed. Almost forgot one more thing, my bad. Give me 1 moment real quick. Remove that. There we go. Okay. We're gonna go to sabotage because it's a good enough example. The level doesn't really matter, and I need to get some relics opened up anyway. I know someone's going to ask, why do I not build more damage? Because building more damage doesn't allow me to complete the level faster, that's why. If there's a level that requires me to destroy objectives, and they're behind a wall or through a corridor, I'm not about to walk around there in the slightest. Don't expect me to do that. I'm going to punch through my weapon, deal a little bit less damage, but get the level done way faster. It's called speedrun tactics. That's all I care about. But having more damage will let you kill them I don't care, because if killing them faster doesn't speed up me completing the level, because it's overkill, or because killing isn't the goal, I'm going to be modding for whatever makes this go by the fastest. I pushed 5 instead of 4. Watch this. I hit that through a wall. I made sure it was a wall too. As a matter of fact. That's what I want to do. Good, it's a melee, it's melee. I hit him through a wall. Watch this. I hit them through a wall. Watch this. I hit them through a wall. I made sure not to aim at the door, just in case you want to say the door's bleeding through. I don't want to hear that. Hit him through a wall. 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 I'm going the wrong direction. This is why my speedruns are terrible. I get lost when there is an actual indicator, not only on the map, but it's on my screen. But yeah, I just hit through the wall. I just build enough damage to get the job done. I'm not going back for that. I'm not going back for that. I don't care. I'm not going back for that. Like, if Warframe's not going to be convenient for me, I'm not going to be convenient for it. I'm not about to run back and waste more time when the game already drains so much time from you just by trying to milk your actual time in the level. Should have showed up earlier. But yes, there you go. What was I thinking of? Here we go. I got some time left, so let me try out the Ogress real fast. I'm not gonna even try bothering completing the level. Napalm. I know the radial attack is gonna get it, but will Napalm Nightwatch get it? Is there a need for this much punch through? Absolutely not. Am I still gonna try it? Most definitely yes. Survival. I probably should have put on a firestorm, but I mean, this will be good, right? Oh, that actually works. Absolutely not. You're not turning on that alarm. That's going to get annoying. Yes, Napalm Nightwatch gets punched through. That's good to know. That's extremely exploitable. Maybe not exploitable because you're not exploiting anything really, but hey. So for the... Does Arcwing gets punched through? Hold on real fast. I think they do. Yes, there's mods for that. Yeah, Sabat rounds. I think that's the only one they got though. So for those of you who have that Noko arc gun, I mean, there you go. There you go. What's the radius of the explosion? That's a 4-meter explosion range. That's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, that's it. Thank you. See you. Have a good day. Bye.